Now, when I talk about disinvestment, it is important to distinguish between disinvestment and privatization. In the Indian context, when we talk of privatization, we are not talking about selling public sector entities completely into private hands. What we're talking essentially is disinvestment, where the government sells a part of its stake in the public sector company, but typically retains majority stake. Whereas in the case of privatization, the entire company is handed over by government to a private company. In the Indian context, we had very successful privatization only during the Vajpayee government time, when we went in for a number of companies were privatized, starting with Maruti, Balco, Hindustan Zinc, VSNL. Subsequently, in fact, we've really not had any complete privatizations. What we've had is disinvestments. Unfortunately, in the past 2 or 3 years, including this year, the government is going to fall grossly short of its disinvestment target. For this particular fiscal, the government's target was 2.1 lakh crore, against which we raised barely 20,000 crores. It depends on what the next we don't even have 2-3 months. We basically have just about 2.5 months to go before the end of this fiscal. So it is very unlikely that the government will be able to succeed in raising that 2.1 lakh crores. Of course, they had some very ambitious targets. LIC was to be privatized. There was a hope of Air India privatization finally going through, but none of this has really happened. So that is as far as privatization and disinvestment is concerned. But hopefully in the next fiscal, the government will be able to cash in on whatever groundwork it has done, and maybe we will be able to realize a much higher disinvestment number.